Yeah, so we preempted by 13 seconds. What you do? You live over there?
Yeah, sorry. Hi.
Alright, well, yeah, it was a long freaking couple of days. So when I got home today from the doctor, I was beat and I just went straight to sleep. Told Nikki to wake me up at 6:30 for the stream, but it wasn't happening.
And I did try.
Yeah, she did try, and I just never mind, just go right back to sleep. I went right back to sleep. We were fighting with the printers, dealing with nozzle issues, bed issues, problems with that. Just more of the stuff we've been dealing with the past 3 weeks. And I'm hoping we have finally got everything sorted out.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Also, I'm hoping y'all can hear some music in the background. I tried that Twitch soundtrack again, but if I don't enable it inside of OBS, it shouldn't mute my audio when
We're hoping.
I'm hoping this is also a test of that. So I can have somewhat decent royalty-free music that doesn't constantly repeat the same 3 tracks and sound like crap, so our stream isn't totally silent.
So I've got a couple of projects going on.
What you got going on?
Well, I've got the Glowforge being prepared as we speak to reprint another draft for the clock that we started yesterday. Okay, which is this one here. Now, if you were to get up close and personal with this, which
Shouldn't you want what?
the Nikon, please.
The Nikon. See.
Okay, so I'm not sure how well y'all can see it, but if you look right around the edges, you can kind of see where it got a little fuzzy.
Pull it out. Pull it out of there.
Angel, you really need to get out of the way.
Try it.
Well, now it's all the way over here.
I tilted the can by accident. It was loose.
Tilt it more. Well, unfortunately, the autofocus isn't doing very great at the moment.
The lighting is a little off,
But anyway, there's kind of like an outline around each of these. And it's because the image that I used for it wasn't quite sharp enough. Okay, it didn't have nice sharp edges. So unfortunately, it came out a little freaky.
Pixelated.
Yeah, and a little pixelated. So I went ahead and I double sharpened the image, and I have it up on screen if you actually want to show them that. And while I go hit the button,
Alright, let me go to...
so I can. So as it says, let's make some magic.
Display capture word. You know, if you can't hear her, you can probably see her just a little bit. She walked in past the printer, Prusa. There she goes. So it's firing off. It's like it's 2-hour, 47-minute print. And should be able to see it come to life. There it is, down in the little one. Full screen. My camera's lagging. I gotta reboot it and do something like that. It's a little slow.
Yeah.
But the Glowforge running. Again, you can watch our cams.
Okay. One of the other projects that is currently going.
Hold on. Let's just close the goddamn app. There we go. Alright, the other projects we have going.
Okay, so as you can see with the ender, we do have another one of the bottoms of the trinket boxes going in the ender at the moment. Unfortunately, the last one that we did, even though it came out perfect,
got stuck to the bed somewhat. Seriously.
so we had to break it to get it off the bed.
Taking off there was a nightmare. So yeah, that one kind of
Went down the toilet.
yeah came out printed nice and good supports, but unfortunately we're having some leveling issues. We hope to resolve that with an auto level pretty soon. On the ender, why it's not installed
Stimulus
automatically.
check.
Yeah.
That's where that's going to come in handy.
But you can see the ender going to town and the supports, so we should stop the stringing issue.
Yep.
The supports are big enough that they should be relatively easy to remove. I did try printing it the other way around with supports and some support blockers around the feet. But if you don't use brim around the feet, then the feet don't print nicely and they just kind of fall apart.
Yeah.
And we came up with the idea of separating the feet and gluing them on, but that just turned into a nightmare. So that's... Oh, we'll see how this goes. If the supports come out of there nice and clean.
If we can't get it to print the way we want, then yes, I am going to have him remove the feet, and I'm going to design new ones that will print properly.
Okay. Yeah, since it's all separated, they're all separate pieces in 3DS, so
Right.
I can print it without the feet and adjust the bottom rim
Yep. So
to
I'll
sit
just
properly.
I'll end up designing new feet that will print out properly. That I'll be able to Gorilla Glue on there, and it'll still look really good.
Okay. So we got options.
Oh yeah.
But you can see it's so far so good. And we got the Prusa working away too.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second, I'll pull that one up. Maybe, let me see. Where to find it? And this is a Nikki special.
It is. Is that my Voyager?
It's a bigger, more detailed Voyager.
Yeah.
So, and this one's got little hole support, so you can actually put little pegs, and it should support. And I'm printing it at a high resolution, so it'll be done in the next 30 hours.
Yeah.
Providing I don't run out of filament and other issues don't happen. But I'm also printing it at a very low infill, so it should be relatively hollow.
Yeah, because we don't need it all heavy and everything like that. So
far, it looks like it's doing fairly decent. Well, knock on wood. But yeah, we've been having lots of fun the past couple of days getting things, the last little bit of pieces sorted out.
Mm-hmm.
So, still a nightmare, still a mess.
Oh yeah. Don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
Hopefully.
We're still working through kinks and all that kind of goody stuff.
Well,
So.
we got everything working just great, and just a little minor issue here and there.
Yeah, I know.
Things are smooth and all hell broke loose, and yeah.
Stuff kind of went down the tube.
Yep. We don't have a whole lot going on other than those few little things. The little Glowforge project going. The Ender trying to print out another one, and then a Voyager. It's like Nikki's slinging some paint over there on one of the tops.
When am I not?
So, hopefully within the week we should have an airbrush and some airbrush paints.
Yep.
We scoped out some paints. We found some online that are airbrush specific by US Art Supply, but it's like $139 for 50 bottles or something like that, or 56 bottles.
But we
1
do
ounce
know
bottles.
that there are tricks where you can buy regular acrylic paints, as long as they're decent, good acrylic paints, not these things.
Yeah, we found some good acrylic paint at Michael's today that has a much better price for about the same amount of bottle. A little bigger bottles, but the same amount of bottles.
No, same size bottle.
1 ounce bottles?
Yep. Same
1
size.
ounce bottles, you know, for what?
Sorry, no, 2 ounce bottles.
Oh, yeah, so twice the paint, like a third the price. And this
But
one, you could actually shake the bottle and hear it moving in there, so it should accept some flow improver and go through the airbrush relatively decent.
Right.
Whereas this Walmart stuff we got is mud.
Yeah. Case in point.
It's good for brushing, but
It's not even moving.
Yeah, I seriously doubt it'll go through an airbrush properly.
Oh, I can pretty much guarantee it wouldn't go through an airbrush properly.
But yeah, we're hoping to have at least one new airbrush coming within the week. And then we'll probably add a second one in the coming months, you know, for the studio. We were thinking about adding an Ender Max, which will give us like a 1.5 foot volume. But we may do a multi-material unit on the Prusa, so we're still up in the air.
Well, the reason we're kind of torn between the two is, while the Ender Max, yes, it would give us a bigger surface area. The multi-color unit,
Multi-material.
multi-material unit would give us the ability to where we don't have to paint quite so much.
Yeah, we can use different. You use up to 5 different materials. You can also use, say, 4 different colors and a soluble support material for all your supports. So that way you just dunk it in some water, and supports dissolve away.
Right.
So that should solve a lot of issues with some of the more complex stuff where we got really freaky supports. We put the soluble material on there, which is a little expensive, but if you're doing something really complex that needs a lot of support, it should make the cleaning up a lot easier. And I broke it into pieces.
It was just glued, barely glued together, so.
Yeah, I can't. I've been having problems with my hands and everything. I've been dropping stuff, knocking stuff over, and
it's not his fault.
Yeah, when I'm sitting there working on little screws and bolts, I drop them on the floor. Then I get on all fours on the floor.
Which hurts his knees.
My knees are bad. I got neuropathy in my feet and legs. So yeah, I'm a wreck. And it sucks getting old. And a vet to boot.
Yeah.
So
relying on the VAs, not the greatest thing.
Yeah, my grandfather had serious neuropathy in his feet and legs, so I probably inherited that. You know, fortunately, I found out I'm not diabetic today, so that's good news. My kidneys are in good shape. My cholesterol's even doing good, so today was some good news.
Yeah. Had a brand new doctor and everything, and all he gave us was good news. So I'm happy.
Relatively, he doesn't want me to check with another doctor before he starts really going crazy with any meds to handle the neuropathy.
Right.
Because of some interactions but you know, with all this COVID and all stuff, just getting care at the VA has been a little tricky between telehealth and only seeing 4 patients a day. It's just kind of a mess. Hopefully things get back to normal again and things start swinging. I guess Nikki's grinding up some selenite.
Yes.
Some selenite, and that does what again?
This charges.
Charges.
Yep. It's a crystal charger, pretty much.
Okay.
And I try to, everything that I paint, I try to mix in some selenite powder with it. That way, because most of the things that I paint are my trinket boxes and stuff like that. So, you know, if you're going to put, you know, a bunch of crystals in here, you're going to want them to keep them charged. So I mix it in with the paint. That way, anything that you put in here can kind of stay charged. You know, I did start experimenting with kind of crushing and then powdering some amethyst and some quartz as well. Those are a little trickier because those are hard crystals. So I literally have to take them in a cloth baggie outside, hit them with a hammer quite a few times, you know, get them as small as possible, and then I can do them with this because I noticed when I tried to do them with this right from the get-go.
Yeah, it chewed up your pestle.
Yeah. I mean, which is fine, you know, because I noticed it ahead of time, and, you know, well, I noticed it before it got too bad, and I brought it outside, but unfortunately I did kind of damage my mortar just slightly. I put a chip in it. My mortar, yeah.
Well, hey, you know,
And, yeah. Well, at least it's not made in China.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah, this one's made in India.
Yeah. 6 in one, half a dozen the other.
Yeah, well.
But well, we got Wednesdays are makers and movers, shakers, and makers.
I think so.
So Wednesday we'll do a woodworking project. We got some shelf brackets we want to make.
I also have a commission for some shelf brackets.
Do you?
Yeah.
Who?
Her name is Jamie.
Oh.
Yes. I have a request for some butterfly shelf brackets. So I need to make those as well. But those will be made on one of the 3D printers, not woodworking. So
This is kind of the bracket. We got this at
Home Depot.
okay, out there. Okay.
Angel.
Just a little cheap $6 one. Get at Home Depot. There was $6-7. We needed like 10 of them.
Yeah.
So we just bought a piece of wood for like $2, and we're gonna make them ourselves. We're gonna basically copy this design because we want to put some shelves up in the game room and whatnot,
Right.
and sort some things out. And should be a neat little project. Seems relatively simple to make. And the ones we got, I think, about 1.5 or 2 inch.
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, it's sitting in the living room in front of the TV. I need wood storage, something fierce surrounding here, so I don't know what I'm going to do. We got some plans for the workshop.
We got, wood storage for smaller stuff. But we don't have wood storage for any of the bigger pieces.
Like plywood and longer pieces, we got it kind of stuffed in a corner, but we got a rack over there that gets some food stuff and cooking stuff.
Kitchen stuff.
A refrigerator, then all my filament, and then of course the back door to the garage or to the workshop. So
Which is now finally fully secured.
yeah, almost. I still got to install what's it called, the hotel arm. But like I said, we plan on maybe if we get some funds here in the near future, maybe taking out the full garage door and putting up a wall with a French door and a window and maybe a wood stove, who knows?
After my own heart is, I tell you. French
And,
doors.
should help us in the wintertime to take care of that heat pump. And that'll give us some space to maybe put some storage. We don't have to worry about the track and all that for the door, so we can actually put some wood storage up above our heads and some, those garage shelves. So some options here in the future as we grow and develop. And the more you tell people about us, the more you come and watch us, the more we'll get busy and we can hopefully
Stream more
and accomplish some of this stuff that we want to do. So, just a shameful plug there.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Hey, it's our stream. We're allowed.
yeah. So not a whole lot going on tonight. Like I said, we're a couple hours late, 4 hours late, but better late than never.
Absolutely.
And just some quick catch-ups on what we're doing. I didn't want to leave another day not streaming after the past 3 weeks. So hopefully things should be right back to normal come Wednesday, maybe Monday. I'll be on myself with the Flight Sim stream again. I think I got that machine sorted out.
Although you may catch me in the background.
Yeah, you may catch her in the background playing games on her computer in the game room. So, so that will be hopefully a fun little stream. I don't know what time that'll be. Probably 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Probably.
3 to 5, 3 to 6 or something like that. Just before dinner.
Maybe I'll get on my Witcher for once.
Yeah, maybe she'll stream some Witcher on her.
Whoa. No.
What?
I won't stream Witcher.
Why is that?
I'm not good enough yet.
Anyhow. But we should be back to normal come Wednesday with movers, makers, and shakers. Movers, shakers, and makers. For Wednesday, Thursday's our artsy fartsy, and of course Friday is our Friday Night Light. We should have some shelf brackets to show off.
Yeah.
Hopefully these current prints we got going now will succeed and we can show those off. So the Voyager's going to take like 30 some odd hours, 34 hours to print. I think, let's see what we got here. We got 33 hours left. 33 hours and 7.5 minutes. So, the reason why it's so big is a bunch of pieces all at once, and they're quite big. And the model itself is detailed. We got the Creality, the Ender, which has got hopefully the final run of the trinket box, the oval trinket box, and we could start adjusting resolutions and whatnot and getting supports proper and start cranking those out. And like I said, hopefully within a week we should have an airbrush.
You know, the good thing about doing all these drafts and everything, even on the 3D printers, is it gives me a chance to kind of perfect the painting process.
Yeah, it gives her a lot of practice painting. Gives me practice with setting up the printer settings and dialing in everything.
Yeah, because right now, yes, I realize this looks like a complete mess, but I am trying something different. Because, like, with this one, I did all the black first, and then I detailed with the other colors. So, unfortunately, the sides are not colored. You know, it's very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
You know, when it's a 3-dimensional piece, you know, these are actual extruded.
Yeah.
You know, you can feel them. But unfortunately, they don't fully look that way because of the way it was painted. So now what I'm trying, because I don't have a steady enough hand to do minor detail work like that. I wish I did. My mama does. I don't.
I certainly don't.
So what I did is, like I said, I made a mess. But the good thing about doing it this way is once I do the black, because I'm using the black as my full base, now I can go in and get inside in here and cover the other colors that are in there, and it should
hopefully
give me that 3D look that I'm looking for.
And if we go a multiple material unit, we can actually do those in different materials. We can use a copper infused filament for the
that's rose
Blessed Bee or whatever. But I said we could use we plan on getting some copper infused PLA, which actually has copper powder in it. So we can put some copper on there, get a silver PLA for the top, and then do the base in a black color.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in a nice, shiny black or cauldron black or something.
Gotta be a cauldron black.
So, and then just paint little minor details, but get all the bases kind of the way we want it.
Yeah.
So that's something we're talking about here. Of course, this all depends on stimulus and all that. If we get a couple of stimulus checks, we're going to pay a few bills, and then get some supplies, some more filaments, some paints, and airbrush, and maybe upgrade the Prusa or get a Max. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Of course, the more you guys watch us, the more you get involved. The more people want to order stuff, and the more we can afford to get things.
Yep, absolutely.
If you guys want to contribute to our filament fund or our filament collection, you can see on our page, on our stream page, all our filament wish list. So, yeah, we could always use that. And then I've got other wish lists on there, crafting supplies, nuts and bolts and woods and all that. So, if you guys, don't want necessarily a product, but you just want to support us, send us some pieces and parts, and we'll make interesting things. And who knows, we may end up making something that you will want. So, we're just starting out. So we're not, in dire need of an income. It's not our main livelihood. It's just more to keep us busy and bring in some extra cash and have fun, learn, and keep us busy.
More just to have fun.
Yeah. And I do commissions from time to time. But, we got... of course, my Prusa died.
Your Prusa died? Oh, the camera. I was like, wait a minute.
There it goes. Let's see, let's check in on the glow forge right quick.
She's going.
You got a stained piece of wood in there?
Yeah. It's the nearest scrap that I had available.
Seems to be doing fairly decent.
Got a little bit of a headache.
Yeah, so also because I'm
I know. I'll make food in a little while.
well. Oh, anything you want to add? Report, bitch, discuss.
Well, believe it or not, I'm actually having a relatively good day.
My day, I thought it was going to be a really miserable day dealing with the doctor's offices and masks and all that shit. But actually,
It's
they
been
weren't
very
too
pleasant.
insistent. They're getting a little less insistent at the doors now. And
Yeah, it kind of helped that I was standing in front of them when they said, "You running a fever, any cough, or any symptoms?" And I went, "No," and him either.
leave them alone. I really don't have to interact with anybody other than my doctors and nurses.
Yeah, I kind of ran interference, so.
Yeah. And all my labs and everything came back good, so
Yeah.
that was good news. And finally got a little bit of sleep, but my sleep was spotty.
Yeah.
That's all. How we doing? Brushes, paints, and all that. I mean, anything else new? Anything?
Well, I was thinking that since we were walking around Michael's earlier today, and I know we found them really good acrylic paints, but I also found some really good brushes.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the cheapest thing out there.
Yeah, but for the really good brushes, could give you really good work for really good details.
Right.
Whereas the semi-cheap brushes can do a lot of slathering and
Right.
a lot of fill, but hopefully
these
the
are-
airbrush will handle a lot of that too. So
Right. But for the finer details, I would like to pick up a few really good brushes for that. Which I saw at Michael's, basically some different firmness and softness and things like that.
and Monument Hobbies, Monument Slow Fuse, they got a good brush line.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the cheapest; they're like $10 a brush, but they're supposed to be
Well,
superior.
yeah, so are these.
Yeah, they're superior brushes.
Okay.
Designed for 3D or for miniatures and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, I mean, I like to say, Monument Slow Fuse is the paint god, and he really knows his stuff.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I
a lot of
do-
their stuff is out of stock because a lot of their suppliers are.
I do want to get a war grip from him. I do know that much.
That's Thunderdome.
Well, either
That's
or.
true. Yeah, she does the war grips.
But I do know I want to get one of those as well because it would make it a lot easier if I had something to, kind of hold on to this stuff with. And I'm not constantly touching it and getting paint all over myself.
Yeah.
And smudging the paint on the objects and having to do a bunch of do-overs all the time.
I can make one of my own, but I wouldn't mind supporting Drew.
Neither would I.
He did one of my first commissions for me, so I did a project for him. So I don't mind paying it forward.
Good.
So, you can see these guys down at the bottom of my page there in the about, all the folks that I recommend that I follow and stream. I got some painters, some crafters, a 3D designer that does, did stuff on Star Wars and whatnot. I got a girl in Germany that does some flight sim. We even got Felicia Day on there.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, and if you want something that, ranges all the way from, downright fun and funny to sometimes
Nerdy?
absolute serious or dirty,
Or nerdy.
yeah, then check out Felicia because she's awesome.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who Felicia is, you need to learn.
Yeah. She does a lot of sci-fi stuff. And Charlie from Supernatural and all kinds of shows.
Yep,
She's a lot of fun.
she's
She's a nerd and a half.
it's a web series, I believe. It's called The Guild.
The Guild, that's her project. But you see, every so often, I think I was just hosting her live stream before we went live.
Yeah, I do.
No, I mean, I think right before we went live tonight, I think I was hosting her stream.
Oh,
on
yeah?
there, so we kind of, jumped in. But, check down at the bottom, people that I follow.
Yeah. Well, she's on my page too.
She's
I
on her
believe
page.
Drew is as well.
Yeah. Thunderdome Drew, he does Tuesdays and Thursdays, occasionally a Sunday, I think 7 to 11 or something like that Central Time or Pacific Time.
I don't know.
Good painter, awesome painter. My name is Slow Fuse.
I don't really pay attention to the times. I get the notice on my phone and go, ooh.
My name is Slow Fuse. He does a lot of miniature painting. Of course, I got Monument Hobby.
And let me tell you, this man is incredible.
He does some wild stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a little loony, so he's a lot of fun
awesome.
to watch. And then I got a few others.
If we had the people we would raid,
Yeah, if we had people following us, again, we could rate these folks when they're when they're
And if you don't know what a raid is, you want to explain that one?
Yeah, a raid. Well, of course, if you watch me on Twitch, you know what a raid is. A raid is, but a raid where you can sit there when you're done streaming, take all your followers and jump in on a. When you're done streaming, take all your followers, take all your followers and kind of jump into their stream and bring all your followers to them.
Yep.
So.
It's awesome. It really is. I've seen them get raided quite a few times. He'll be getting ready to go home or sign off for the night, and all of a sudden he gets 50 people.
Yeah, so I think I'll stay a little bit longer. So, yeah. So we're hoping that'll start happening to us here pretty soon.
Yep.
And we get some folks. And where is my about?
You can't get to it because you're streaming. Oh, down.
I'll try to make sure the video doesn't stop.
Okay, go back up.
Huh?
Go back up. Right there. About.
Yeah, I'm on it.
No, you weren't. Now you are.
Yeah, I'm on my about, but that's not what I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
What I'm looking for is what I've been hollering about the past few minutes.
Oh, the raid?
Not the raid, but I go back to display capture.
Yeah, I'm just confused.
These are the folks I follow. These are all my fun folks. We have, of course, Felicia. She's live, too, so if we had people, we could raid her. Thunderdome Drew, Soulwave Studios, guy in England. Very sedate, very soothing guy. He does a lot of interesting models. Anything from, Warhammer miniatures to tanks and stuff. He was the first person I ever followed. He's a lot of fun. Of course, my lovely wife, Anne Marie. I'm not sure how you sell it, but she does clay sculptures, and the stuff she makes is absolutely beautiful.
Really?
Oh, some of the stuff she turns out is wonderful.
Yeah, if y'all didn't catch it, because I know it was quite a while ago, I do plan on getting into pottery.
She does sculptures, models.
Well, I know, but those are the kind of people you can learn a lot of stuff from.
Yeah, Mocha Minis I haven't watched too often, but she's a lot of fun too. She does more miniatures. Monument Slow Fuse, of course, awesome. And Andrew Hodgson, he's a 3D designer in the movie industry. He did work on the Marvel movies, Star Wars, and all that. He does some fun stuff. And B-Man, she's a flight simulator from Germany. So she's fun to watch, and some of the crazy things they go to and some of the places they visit on flights. But those are the folks that I recommend right off the bat. Check them out and support them, as well as, hey, support us too. Join us. Come watch us. We're getting lonely talking to ourselves. But when we want to interact with people and chat with people and get feedback and all that fun stuff.
Absolutely. I need something. Yeah.
But
that'll work.
I don't really have anything else going on, really.
Okay, these applicators make great mixers.
Yeah, they do. Let me check my commands here, see if I got anything that I can toss off there. Let's see. We got, of course, I threw our cams up there. And then if you want a custom project from us, we do commissions. You can send specs, and of course emails don't come across properly, so you can't just click on it, you copy and paste. But you can, I will actually change it to our contact us webpage so you can get all our emails. Of course, my main link page, it's got all our stuff on there. And then we got our Discord as well. So you can chat on there live throughout most of the day. Even when we're not streaming, you can chat with us, send us pictures, share your works and works in progress, your finished products and all that. Then I've got my Etsy store, where we got a few things that we have put into production that are ready to go.
Have you put any of VOM's links up there yet?
I'm waiting for you to give them to me so I can do it. But yeah, Etsy, some of the stuff that we've kind of perfected that we got running. Then of course our filament that we did, and let's see here. Of course, we're all nuts, nuts and bolts that we kind of need and all that. Let's see, and then different artsy craftsy supplies that we get into, and let's see here, and that pretty much runs that. And if you just want to have, and you send us for gifts, birthdays, Christmas, and all that, these are just the fun stuff that we want. And then we hopefully will start doing stuff on Patreon, where we can start doing some special stuff, special members only projects once we really get going. Maybe some tutorial classes, stuff that we've learned, tips and tricks and all that fun stuff. And
Of course, those are a little while yet, at least for me.
We're still developing that. But that's another way to support us too. If you don't want to, if we don't stream at the right time for you, we can do a special Patreon session for different parts of the day. And then if you want to know what runs our shops, our stuff, our computers, and all that, all our daily bops, there's all our specs, for all our systems and whatnot. We're constantly adding, changing. Like I said, hopefully we planning either adding an Ender Max or an Prusa MMU. So hopefully here within the next 3-4 weeks, month or so.
Well, just because we may purchase it then, it may take a little while to get.
Yeah. Prusa is can be up to 8 to 10 weeks. Lead time with COVID and from manufacturing and shipping from Europe. Ender is a little bit quicker because you can get that from here to USA if everything's in stock, so you get that within a week. You go through the China supplier, it could take 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks. But when we did the Ender version 2, that came within 3 weeks.
Ender version 3.
No, the Ender 3 version 2.
Oh.
Yeah. So that came within 3 weeks. That actually came relatively quickly, coming from China. But I think that's all we got as far as
There's the kaboom! There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom!
Marvin!
but we're doing good, so like I said, I think we can probably start shutting down and getting some food, and like I said, you guys can check our page and our cams and see what's going on the printer. We got the Voyager going for the next 30 some odd hours. The trinket box should be done in a couple hours here. The Glowforge has got another 2 hours, 13 minutes to go. And other than that, we don't got a lot going on. So I guess we're going to say...
I'm just sitting here painting.
Yeah, she's just doing her painting. We don't want to bore you again unless we really got something going. And like I said, the more you all come in and watch us live, we can talk with you and, do stuff with you and everything, and get feedback.
I think he's lonely.
Yeah. But, nothing in our credits again, so, oh well. But we will sign off for the night, and we will see you. Maybe we may pop on tomorrow for a little bit, just to kind of.
Yeah, I did put in the post that I posted earlier. Yeah.
An impromptu because of tonight's, better late than never, and initial no stream.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we might pull something up. Monday I might flight sim.
Yeah, because we're gonna be pretty much stuck in the house all day tomorrow anyway.
And we got bad weather coming.
Yeah, we got some flood warnings and stuff. So.
Good old Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then otherwise we'll see you Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central for movers, shakers, and makers. And we'll probably do the shelf brackets, standard woodworking. We'll do those, fire those up. And other than that, we will say goodnight and see you guys either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything to add?
No, I think I'm good.
Bye, guys and gals and whatevers. See you all later.